Welcome back to EtherLink AI Insights. I'm Alex, and today we're diving into a topic that's reshaping how businesses operate across the Middle East: AI chatbots for customer service automation, specifically in Dubai as we head into 2026. Sam, this is fascinating stuff. The numbers I'm seeing suggest we're not talking about a niche trend anymore.
Absolutely, Alex. And what makes this particularly interesting is the convergence of three forces: explosive market growth, regulatory pressure from compliance frameworks like the EUA I Act, and pure business necessity. Dubai's service sector is hitting a wall where traditional customer service teams simply can't scale fast enough. The numbers back this up. The UAE chatbot market alone is projected to hit $287 million by 2026 with a 23.5% annual growth rate.
That's remarkable growth. But I'm curious, why Dubai specifically? Is this just a regional phenomenon? Or is there something about Dubai's economy that makes it a perfect storm for chatbot adoption?
Great question. Dubai functions as a global trade hub with multinationals operating in free zones, serving clients across multiple time zones and languages simultaneously. You can't solve that with a human team working 9 to 5. Add to that the 24-hour business culture here, and suddenly an AI chatbot isn't a luxury, it's table stakes. Gartner is forecasting that 85% of customer service interactions will be handled entirely by AI by 2026, not just routed. That's a fundamental transformation.
So we're talking about genuine autonomous decision-making, not just chatbots answering FAQs. What does that actually look like in practice? How smart are these systems getting?
That's where agentic AI comes in. Modern systems like EtherBot operate as intelligent agents, not simple rule-based responders. They're powered by large language models fine-tuned for industry-specific vocabularies, whether we're talking real estate, hospitality, or healthcare in the UAE context. These agents autonomously handle genuinely complex tasks: booking confirmations, refund processing, account inquiries, even lead qualification, all without human escalation.
That's impressive, but I imagine there's a learning curve here. What happens when the system encounters something it's not trained on?
That's actually one of the key advantages of modern agentic systems. They continuously learn from interactions, improving accuracy and relevance over time. It's not a static system you deploy once and forget. In a heterogeneous market like Dubai's, where business needs evolve rapidly and customer expectations are global, that continuous learning is essential. You're building a system that gets smarter every single day.
Now let's talk about the actual ROI. I mentioned earlier that these aren't just theoretical improvements. What kind of numbers are businesses actually seeing when they deploy these systems?
The data is compelling. Industry benchmarks from our client portfolio show that automating 72% of routine inquiries reduces operational overhead by 40 to 50%. But here's what excites me more. Customer satisfaction isn't declining. It's jumping. We're seeing customer satisfaction scores increase by 40%. So you're not trading service quality for cost savings. You're getting both simultaneously.
That's the holy grail, right? Cost savings plus better customer experience. How are businesses pulling that off? Typically, those goals are in tension.
It works because AI chatbots are handling the high-volume, low-complexity inquiries that, frankly, human agents find tedious. A customer asking, "Where's my order?" gets an instant, accurate answer. That customer is happy. Meanwhile, your human agents are handling the genuinely complex, high-value interactions that benefit from human judgment and empathy. It's actually a better use of human talent.
That makes sense. But I want to press on something that's critical for any Dubai business listening: compliance. The EUA I Act, GDPR, UAE regulations. This isn't a simple plug-and-play situation, is it?
Not at all. And frankly, this is where many vendors stumble. The EUA I Act introduces risk-based classifications for AI systems, and customer service automation falls into categories that require transparency, human oversight, and robust data governance. For enterprises operating in Dubai but serving EU clients or who have cross-border operations, non-compliance isn't just a legal risk, it's a business risk.
So what does a compliant implementation actually look like? Are we talking about major architectural changes?
It requires thoughtful design, but not necessarily major overhauls if you plan from the start. You need explainability built into your model, the ability to show why the chatbot made a specific decision. You need clear audit trails. You need human escalation pathways for high-stakes decisions. And crucially, you need to be transparent with customers about when they're talking to AI versus a human. Leading platforms like EtherBot are already baking this in, but it's something every business needs to verify.
Let's talk about channel integration. I know WhatsApp is huge in the UAE. How are businesses leveraging that?
With 98% smartphone penetration in Dubai and WhatsApp as the dominant messaging platform, it's almost malpractice not to integrate AI chatbots directly into WhatsApp Business. The beauty of an omni-channel approach is that customers interact where they're comfortable. They start on WhatsApp. They can seamlessly hand off to web chat, email, or phone support without repeating themselves. It's frictionless from the customer perspective and operationally efficient from the business side.
That seamlessness is probably crucial for customer satisfaction, right? Nobody wants to repeat their issue 5 times.
Exactly. And in a market where customer expectations are shaped by global leaders, they've used Amazon, they've used Apple support, they're not going to tolerate friction. An omni-channel system where context flows seamlessly across channels is now table stakes, not a nice-to-have. WhatsApp integration, in particular, is non-negotiable in the UAE market.
So if a business is sitting on the fence right now, wondering whether to invest in AI chatbots for 2026, what's your main argument for why they should move now versus waiting?
2 reasons. First, the technology stack is proven. We're past the proof of concept phase. Second, and more importantly, your competitors are already deploying. Market-wide adoption creates competitive pressure that forces everyone to follow. If you wait too long, you're not just behind on technology, you're behind on customer expectations. Your business will feel slow and outdated.
That's a fair point. Competitive pressure is real. For anyone listening who wants to explore this in more depth, case studies, compliance frameworks, and specific ROI metrics for their industry, the full article is on etherlink.ai. You'll find detailed guidance on everything from technology stack selection to implementation timelines. Sam, thanks for breaking this down for us.
Always a pleasure, Alex. Dubai's service sector is evolving rapidly, and AI chatbots are central to that evolution. Any business ignoring this trend is essentially leaving money on the table, both in efficiency gains and customer satisfaction. The data is clear, and the time to act is now.
That's EtherLink AI Insights for this episode. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back next week with more deep dives into enterprise AI. Until then, keep building smarter customer experiences.